From the heart of Houston, it's fun, it's engaging, it's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's Daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards. Come back to me.
Hey, besties. Thank you for joining me for another Chattin' with Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. And today, we have a boss woman episode for you. Yes, neck roll and everything. We are rolling out the carpet for two boss sisters who are running a flooring business. And they are going to tell us how they make it happen and also how they make sure they command respect when they are doing their thing. Question for you. Is it possible to run a meeting, run a business, run the world, and still carry that feminine energy? Well, our first guest says it is possible. You can make it happen. She calls herself the boss of femininity, and she is going to give us some tips on how to do that. I am really excited about this show. I got to tell you, I ran across a post talking about female bosses. They really are unbothered. Like, they leave their lives on do not disturb. And I thought, is that all it takes? Because I definitely do that. I keep my phones at least on do not disturb. And if you call me and you are not saved in my list, I am not picking up, because spammers, they be spamming. We know they're trying to ruin our day every day. So I actually have instructions in my voicemail. If you are not a spammer, go ahead and send me a text, because I'm not picking up otherwise. And if you are a spammer, I hope you don't have a good day. I hope you bump your kneecap on a table and then can't walk right the rest of the week. Okay, that's not all on the voicemail, but that's just how I feel. All right, back to being a boss. Well, again, we have the boss of femininity, Madam Snowflakes, here to show us how to work our feminine wiles. And this is something else she says don't do.
People rehearse the worst. And that's what you never, ever, 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 ever want to do with your feminine energy. Your feminine energy is creative energy, okay? It's creative energy. And so because it's creative energy, you want to be very mindful. You want to be very mindful of what you are creating in your head. So you don't want to rehearse the worst. Why? Because you're a limitless being, honey. Whatever it is that you create, you will have to face. And you don't want to face anything that you wouldn't feel good about having in your life. Stop using your feminine energy to rehearse the worst. And let me know if you want more. Ciao.
Okay, I have so many questions after that, and here to answer them, the boss of femininity herself, Madam Snowflakes. Come on out, girl. Yes, yes, work, 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 twirl, twirl, all the things. Yes, I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All
Oh
right.
my God.
Yes.
Look at you.
I believe I ran across you on my Explore page on Instagram, and I just really felt what you had to say about feminine energy. Is that a mindset problem that you see a lot with women that you coach?
Yes, absolutely. And it's a passed down problem. So we inherit this idea that we have to prepare ourselves for the other shoe falling. We have to save for a rainy day. Like, there's all these different beliefs and social conditioning aspects of our lives that we don't pay attention to. And so I feel like we have outgrown those, just like we have outgrown having a telephone that had a cord.
Yeah.
That we had to, or even a rotary. Like, we've outgrown a lot of things as a society, except for our belief systems. And so we don't need to, we will be in the moment where the bad thing shows up.
Right.
And we can trust ourselves. So we don't need to prepare for that.
So instead of rehearsing the worst
Yes.
thing that can happen over and over in our head, you're saying use that power, use that feminine energy to do what?
Well, first of all, to understand that feminine energy is creative. So if we, for example, if you were in a film that was about to be nominated for an Academy Award, you would be rehearsing your success speech. You would
Yes.
be rehearsing your acceptance speech.
I like this analogy.
You can spend just a few minutes every day. I like to name my day. Okay, so every single day I name the day. And that causes me to have an expectation of what I feel I'm allowed to have in the world. Feminine energy is about allowing. It's creation and allowing.
Creation and allowing.
Exactly.
So what are you naming your days? I mean, I usually do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but
well, I like to
you're doing
use
something else.
alliteration because
Okay.
when we were little, we remember nursery rhymes, right?
Yes.
If I would say, row, row, row your boat, what would you say?
Gently down the stream.
Okay. So we're going to use alliteration in rhyme so that we can remember what the day is. So today actually is Massive Breakthrough Thursday.
Oh,
Massive
okay.
Breakthrough Thursday.
I
now,
know that.
So where's the T? Sometimes I might name it like Miraculous Monday. Sometimes I'm Making Money Monday. Sometimes it's Anything Can Happen Wednesday. That kind of comes from the Mickey Mouse Club. Wow, wow, Out of This World Wednesday. So you use adjectives and verbs and nouns. Sounds like an English class, but you put it in a way where you expect a result and there's energy behind it.
Okay, now you're going to have me redoing my whole calendar, madam. Okay. I love it, though. Yeah. Love it. So for those who may not be able to, or they feel like they can't really tap into that feminine energy, where do they start, or do they need to really define it first?
So you don't tap into feminine energy.
Okay.
Even if you're a man and you want to access your more creative side, you don't have to tap into it. It's already a part of our existence. So we just need to allow it. We just need to take a breath and we just need to allow it. One of the ways that you can allow it is to bring yourself back to play. So when we're children, we love creating, we love movement, we love enthusiasm, and so we just allow our inner child to kind of have at least a passenger seat in our life on a daily basis. Let her be involved in the process.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
Madam Snowflakes. We got to continue this conversation. For now, I'm going to tell the viewers to go ahead and take a breath and allow us a commercial break. We will see you in just a couple minutes, all right? We're back with Madam Snowflakes telling us how to use our feminine energy. So we've been talking about it and we see it a lot on social media. How would you define feminine energy?
Well, feminine energy is a force. It is very similar to gravity. It's similar to being weightless. So it's more scientific than it is emotional. So a lot of times when we hear about feminine energy, we want to connect it to masculine energy and somehow believe that feminine energy is going to bring you to union. But feminine energy, like the sun, stands on its own. It's a force. It provides everything that you see in front of you.
Okay.
Because it's feminine energy that creates the world, that creates all worlds.
I will say it was a fabulous female who designed this set.
Exactly. Well, even just birth. So a lot of times on social media we see, well, if I'm more in my feminine energy, I will find a man. But it's feminine energy that created the man in the first place. So you just be who you are. You just stay in what you are because that is who you are. You don't have to tap into it. You don't have to create it. You just need to take away the things that are on top of it that prevent it from resonating out into the world, prevent it from having you be able to manifest what it is that you desire.
For women who are allowing that feminine energy to rule, do you see them being, more creative or more of a certain type of personality or anything? Yeah.
So one way you can look at it is feminine energy is heart-based energy. It comes from the heart. It comes through the heart. Masculine energy is more intellectual. It's more thinking. So if you're in your life right now and you're a woman wondering how can you be more feminine, all you have to do is go, what does your heart want? And from the heart, you can create what it is that you want. So, for example, sometimes people say, what is it that makes you the boss of femininity, or why would you be a boss? And it's the authenticity piece, to have the courage to be authentic. And sometimes that means you don't know. You may need to ask. Sometimes that means you need to cry. Sometimes that means you need to slay. You need to show up and you need to let them know, I know what it is that I'm here for.
So let me ask you what I asked at the beginning. Is it possible to run the world and still allow that feminine energy?
It's not only possible, it's necessary. Because when you do that, you have a life that you feel good about. It's absolutely necessary.
Okay.
It's not only possible, it's necessary. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it's nothing like being in a life that isn't yours, that you didn't decide that you're doing because someone else told you. So for example, at 54, I just started working on my new album. So I have new music on Spotify where there's people who are saying, but you don't sing. But I've always wanted to sing. So I allowed that to come out. Now, some people felt like, oh my God, this is cringe, or this is like ridiculous. You're a spiritual teacher. How are you wearing a bikini rapping?
Yeah.
But that's
your feminine
what wanted to come out.
That's what wanted to come out.
The little girl in me wanted to come out musically.
Yes.
One other thing I'll say is ask yourself if what you're doing is what the 8-year-old inside of you would be excited about. And ask yourself if the 88-year-old version of you would be supported by what you're doing. If the answer is no to either of those, then it's time to reassess what you're doing in this now moment.
Wow. Okay, and allow it. Allow that energy to help you make
to
those
guide
decisions.
you, make you those decisions.
Oh, beautiful.
Exactly.
All right, so when you coach women on allowing that energy, what are some exercises or something that you do with them? What's something you do?
Yeah, well, one of the things I do is I work on their self-worth, to let them know that they're worthy. Because we move around in the world thinking that people are watching us, we're being judged, we have regret, sometimes resentment. And so the first thing we need to know is that right now, the same power that's holding the sun in the sky is supporting you in this very moment. And so I take them to an exercise that allows them to feel, well, let's try it.
Okay, all right, I'm down for anything. All right, what do I need to do?
Okay, so you're just going to close your eyes. You're not going to do this if you're driving.
Okay.
And you're just going to picture the sun. Everyone knows the sun. So you don't have to be on a beach. You just picture the sun, and you can see the sun. And then I want you to feel the sun.
Okay, I hope y'all are doing this with me when you're watching.
So you see the sun, you feel the sun. You don't have to try to do that. You already know what that feels like. And then you're going to take your right hand and place it on your left shoulder.
All right.
And you're going to place your left hand on your right shoulder, and you still see the sun, you feel the sun. And then you're just going to gently rub your arms, your hands, up and down your arms, nice and slow, very gentle, very soft, like you're rubbing something that you love.
So
And you have the sun shining down on you. You feel the warmth of the sun. You feel the sensation of your unique fingerprints gently gliding up and down your arms. And then all of a sudden, you're just going to say to yourself in your mind's eye, Chelsea, you're doing great, girl. You're doing great, girl. Sometimes you might even cry, and that's okay. You just allow those tears to flow down your face, because the truth of the matter is this. When you stop rubbing your arms and you place your hands on the palms of your knees and you open your eyes, you could just tell me how you feel.
I feel great. I feel like, Chelsea, you're doing great. Yeah, my producer, Chelsea, you're doing great. Thank you, girl. Lisa, you're doing great, girl, too. Matter Snowflakes, you are doing great. We appreciate you allowing us to, let our feminine energy do its thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the sensation, this is a sensorial experience. So your fingertips, no one has your fingertips except for you. And so when you place your fingertips here, you're sending a message to your brain. You're rewiring your brain to believe that you are good, that you are worthy, that it is safe to create and it's safe to be.
Woo, all right. Well, that was plenty for me. Okay, we got to take a break after that. I'm feeling too good. Coming up, we got two boss women who are going to tell us all about running the family business. We'll be right back.
Come back to me. I've got the feeling. Come back to me. I've got the feeling.
Welcome back to this Boss Woman episode. We're here with Julie and Meredith Wosnitz, the co-owners of Carpet Giant. I've seen the commercials all my life.
Yes.
So amazing to have you two here in person.
Thank you.
Since this is a Boss Woman Day, you first got to tell me what makes you boss women.
Whew, I'd say boss woman on my end is basically the knowledge. Been in the business 25 years, sharing it with all our employees. They come to me for advice, and I usually have what they need. So I feel in control of it.
All right, what about you, Mare?
Yeah, well, my dad started the company in 1976, and I've been there over 25 years, and I gained a lot of my knowledge by sitting right next to him every day for lunch, for business meetings, and taking notes. And so when he retired, it was a scary thing, but it's amazing how you can remember how to handle it, and instead of not using it as a crutch, going, okay, what would he do?
Right.
And using the advice and calling on that, and every day there's always new problems to solve. So you definitely feel like a boss when you have to go in and you just get in there and something's going wrong and you have to make big decisions, you know, whether it be problems with if employees are having problems or if there's customer issues, or you have to learn to make decisions on the spot and everyone watching and waiting for your direction.
Because at the end of the day, it it comes and lands on you, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Well, I can imagine in the carpet industry, there aren't a lot of women in your position.
No.
No, it is really still a male-dominated industry, so it was really, you know, interesting or a kind of experience once my dad was gone to be sitting at the table with men and you just got to really pay attention, because a lot of times you don't know if they're trying to get one over you or not.
Yeah.
And you have to go, well, wait a minute, we didn't do that way when my dad was here. And, you know, sometimes you do have to stand your ground. You're like, oh God, I'm doing this, what's going to happen? And, you know, luckily
It works in our favor.
It works in our favor, and it helps build your respect in the industry, going, hey, we're not, you know, these girls aren't messing around.
Yeah, okay, that is a great tip. Just like, you know, go in there knowing you're a boss and nobody's going to play with you like that. Well, what do you feel you bring to the table when it comes to being a woman in this industry and having a different perspective?
I would say in this industry, my degree is in fashion merchandising. So I love the industry because it's always changing. And I love bringing my knowledge and textiles to the customers. They usually look to me for color. They don't know what colors, and they always look to me for what would you do, or knowing the trends and following the trends.
Well, I think that women trust women.
Yeah.
And dealing with a woman, you know, you can tell them, well, what does your couch look like? What color are your walls? And I think women sometimes go into a little more depth, and to trust a woman going, that we would probably tell you going,
What's in
that is
style.
not going to work, you know. And sometimes, you know, I think men might just show products.
colors.
Or
Yeah,
something.
I bring the whole store.
You got gray and you got beige. What do you want?
But the other thing that we have done, and the changes we've made since my dad retired, is making the changes to our store and our showroom, where it's inviting, it's friendly, it's, you know, new. And so a lot of times people that have done certain things for so many years, they don't want to change. So we were able to pull the trigger on that. And
It's fresh and updated.
Yeah, fresh eyes.
like they say, put a woman's touch on it.
Right.
And,
when it comes to this being a family business, what is it like working with your sister every day?
Well, to be honest, I'm not in the store as much as she is. She
Okay.
is in the store doing
every day.
Every day.
She's dealing with all the employees every day on a day-to-day basis. I'm a lot of the times outside. My specialty is more on the sales side. So I do a lot of outside sales, going to businesses, going to customers' homes.
Yeah, so you don't get tired of each other.
No,
'cause
I
you
mean,
don't-
We trust each other's
we live by each other,
strengths.
so I can say, oh, I'll talk to you when I get home about this, or it's.
Her strength is in the sales and all of that.
Right.
Mine's been in, you know, the advertising, the marketing, the money management.
The rebates.
Yeah.
Gets us
all that
money.
kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Was it like that growing up with you two?
Never.
No?
If you only knew.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine. Okay, what's the age difference between?
She's 3 years older.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, because I know that's in that range where it can be rough as sisters.
It's gotten better. The older we've gotten, we've matured.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So we've learned a lot.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, what are your tips for women who want to be bosses like yourselves?
It's a lot. It's a 24-hour thing, but I think one of the best things I've taken, you know, from the experience I've had, is that women tend to be emotional and react immediately. And so, you know, when you hear something goes wrong, you get excited and you try to make, you know, have a reaction to it, when sometimes you just really need to sit back and listen to what's going on. And a lot of times you don't have to make a decision. It works itself out. You know, when dealing with a customer complaint or an employee, sometimes people just need to vent.
Yeah.
And so I've learned you got to be patient and not be...
Wait 24 hours.
Wait 24 hours. Like,
I was going to ask if there's a time frame for this.
The reason they're cliches is because they're true. But sometimes if you just sit on it, things will work themselves out. But learn to be patient, think it through, get all the sides to the story. When I was younger and starting in the industry, and I hear a customer call and they complain that our people did something wrong, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. That's terrible. And then you talk to the installation manager, and the installers are like, no, that's not the way it happened.
Yeah.
They tell you they have 12 dogs and live on a farm, and the dogs are running in and out of the house. You know, there's
more to the story.
There's more to the story.
Yeah.
So you got to work hard. It's a 24-hour job. You know, you're thinking about it on the weekends and at night. And
I'm working 24/7. Saturdays, Sundays. I answer my phone constantly, even on vacation.
Oh no! Come on, Julie. All right. Well, we do appreciate the tips. You got to put the work in, and you also got to give yourself some time before you react to some things. Yeah. Well, thank you for helping us to become boss ladies like yourselves.
Woo-hoo.
All right, guys. We'll be back with a takeaway right after this break. Thank you for joining me for another Chatting with Chelsea. Before we go, since we have the boss lady, carpet giant ladies here in the house, I gotta know if women are inspired by you, want to come in and replace their floors, what do they need to bring or know?
I would say it really helps if you bring ideas you've seen on Pinterest as far as colors, what type of flooring that you've seen that you like, and also if you bring an element from your house, whether it's a paint swatch or a pillow from your couch, kind of gives me an idea what direction we need to go.
Okay.
Yeah, and also that you got to remember, Carpet Giant, we do offer shop at home service, so we can come to your house
And see it in the lighting in your own home.
and bring samples and do the measurement, and that way you can see how it looks next to your couch or your new curtains or whatever it may be. Like she said, the light coming in.
Nice. All right. So we can get some boss floors to go with our boss lifestyle.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much for joining me
Thank
today.
you.
And thank you for tuning in to another Chatting with Chelsea. We will see you next time. In the meantime, follow us on social at Chelsea Show 5.